What is going on, guys? Your boy here back with another video, man. Thank you guys so much for checking me out. Um, I think I'm done chasing money. Actually, I know I'm done chasing money. Um, the more money I make, the less happier I feel, which is a strange feeling because you spend so much time trying to chase money and now you finally get it, and now you're like dissatisfied. But let me just explain. I feel like since about 18, I've been just chasing money. And honestly, it really hasn't worked out since recently. But after all that BS, man, I realized there's nothing to buy. Whatever I was going for, I don't know what it was. Maybe I was just going for freedom, but I got kind of misled throughout the path with all their distractions and mind tricks and confusion. But I think ultimately I just want freedom, because I don't really want to buy anything. There is nothing I want. And I've talked about this before, but I feel like it's just sinking in today, because I'm sitting in my room, right? And I'm like, all right, so what's the plan, man? What's the move today? What am I going to do? And I'm sitting here and I'm like, I might want to buy the GTA Definitive version. I have played it before. It's at my brother's house. I was gonna buy an Xbox. I was talking about that too, just so I could have like San Andreas on there and different games and stuff. Didn't work out, but I was like, nah, I probably don't want to buy it because it's like $40. It's like, dude, what am I thinking, man? Why am I so obsessed with increasing my cash flow or increasing my savings or whatever if like all I'm doing is working? Like very seldom do I do something just to enjoy it, right? I don't know what it is about my mind, and I contribute that to my dad, but I literally can't do something if it's not like goal oriented. Like, so me sitting down playing GTA San Andreas doesn't really hit the same because I feel like I'm wasting my time because I'm not making money. But it's like, who cares, man? Like, I feel like we forget that we're making all this money so that we can live good lives. And maybe most people are just like enjoying and living life, but I feel like I've been just grinding. And it's like, for what? For what? Because if you don't ever enjoy what you've grinded for, well, doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose of grinding? Like, I'm doing this so that I could improve my life, but yet I'm afraid to improve my life or do stuff that's not 100% motivated by money. And the only reason I'm making this video is because I like making videos. Not really. I like investing kind of like as a hobby, but I don't like genuinely like really care about the money. I just like the process, like these videos. I like to make videos. I like to create things and stuff, but in that process I will make money, but I don't really do it for the money. And it's like, why am I doing everything for the money? Like all these stupid BS jobs I took just for the money. It's like, I want a job that like gives me some perks and like it's chill and like, like a good life, like I just feel that I'm like moving away from like what makes sense. It's like, dude, you don't work until you're 80 just to like, I mean, some people do to pass it on to their kids and stuff, but it's like, you still got to enjoy this, man. I feel like I've gotten so focused on grinding that I'm afraid to spend my money. And it's sad because when I was broke, I feel like I enjoyed things more because I was maybe more willing to spend my money because, well, if you only have like $150 in a bank account, it's not really going to change anything if you buy like a $30 game. Whereas now, like, I'm thinking, oh, that could be like my $40 could be $80 if I just wait. And it's just like, I kind of got myself on a weird hamster wheel. So I think I'm gonna go back to more of like a early 2000s type of mindset, you know, where it's just like every day is just a party, and like you just really want to be yourself. And like I feel like back then more is more common for people to be like, I don't want to be a millionaire. It sounds stupid, man. Like, I just want to skateboard or something, you know? Like, I swear, man, I feel like the early 2000s, while it wasn't perfect, it was about as perfect as it was going to get, bro. Because we had technology and people really didn't care, man. It was like not a big deal. Like, I feel like nowadays, man, you see somebody like Jake Paul, he's got like a $3 million chain on. He's like trying to like show off, and he pulls up in his Lambo and he's like talking shit. And it's like, everybody just wants to make you feel bad for not having money. But whereas back in the day, man, it's just like, I feel like people just didn't care. Like even the famous people were just people like you and me, right? Like what happened to those days where like the famous people were actually regular people. And like, that's just how it was. You know, like back in the Mad TV days where like you could actually like maybe run into some of these people like just living their lives. Whereas like now it's like everything's just a spectacle and a gimmick, and oh, it's like, check out Jeff Bezos and his $3 million yacht with his 12 grand suit on and his $12 million ring on. And it's just like, I just feel like we've missed the point, man. What happened to the days where like Tony Hawk was the famous guy and all he wore was just a t-shirt? Or even back in the day when like, I don't know, man, just we've really lost the plot here. And I feel like now, back then, or at least now, it's like, it's all about being a conformist. But back then it was like, it was all about being cool. Like, nah, like it's like saying no to the man, or like, it's like, I'm not gonna be your corporate mechanism, or, you know, like what happened to those people? Now it's just like, fight the power, man. And it's just cringe, man. I don't know, man, but I'm done chasing the money, because that is super empty, and that's just not even. So ultimately, I'm done chasing money, and my first thought pattern is this gonna be a lot of fun? Then it'll be like, okay, am I also gonna make money? Whereas I used to be like, all right, how much money does this make? And then that was it. It wasn't even like, is this fun? It's just how much money. So I don't know, man. I'm gonna go back to enjoying stuff again. I might do some cool little things on here. I have some ideas, but I mean, I'll still talk about investing because I like investing, but you know, because I like it for fun, you know. God, what have I become, man?